Alright, welcome to Lunch at the Market. We are going to do something special today because there's really no trade for today. So what we're going to do is take you inside one of our portfolios and actually take you through some of the positions. That way you get an idea of what you might do in a similar circumstance. So we're going to start out today with Bank of America. We're just going to go alphabetically. It's just easier that way. Plus, you'll probably see that our screen is aligned so that we see things alphabetically from top to bottom. So Bank of America, what are we doing with the position? Obviously, you can see our bet right here is to the long side, or we think Bank of America is going to go up. We're long 200 shares of Bank of America common stock, and then we have quite a bit of leverage in terms of the options. We've got some January 14 call options and some January 15 call options, and we're actually short 2 January 16 puts. So what do we want to do? Obviously, we need Bank of America to trade north of $15, ideally north of $16, and every single thing that we hold here in the position will work. We're effectively long 200, 500, 9. We're effectively long in this part of the portfolio 900 shares of Bank of America. So obviously there's quite a bit of leverage to the upside. If we clear 16, then the January 2011 16 puts will expire worthless. The calls at both the 14 and the 15 strike, as well as the common, will all be in the green, in the money, and will be profitable. And then we'll actually start. We're actually looking for somewhere around $17 to $19 to trade out of Bank of America. If the puts go against us, we will roll down and out, and we will keep rolling down and out until eventually we'll sell a strike that's so low that the stock will never go there. Continuing to sell those down and out puts will actually put us in the green on the position, depending on where those January long calls finish. Okay, so that's what we're doing in terms of Bank of America. We'll slide it down and take a look at Chesapeake. Okay, that's CHK. Right there you see the Chesapeake position is actually, not gone very well at all for us. So we're long 15 October 27 calls. Those are worth about a penny now. We're taking a complete loss. The good thing is it's only about $900, so it's not a huge deal. Obviously, if your whole portfolio was $1,000, taking a $900 loss would be catastrophic. But as you can clearly see by all the other names on the screen, this is not our only position. We all are also long a January 2011 20 call, which is in the money. We're not doing too bad on that position, down about $95. But we've got time for that to play out, and it's still in the money. And we are short 6 November 21 puts. Okay, so as long as Chesapeake finishes north of $21 by November expiration, then we'll be profitable on that part of the position. And that's actually a huge part of how we want to make up the loss that we're clearly going to be taking on those calls. Now, if natural gas rips, we'll probably sell out of everything and we'll buy back the puts, but it's unlikely that by October expiration was only about 24, 25 days from now. It's unlikely that those October 27 calls are going to go in our favor, and so we're probably looking at a complete loss from there. That's okay. That's why we do sell the puts, and why we sell put spreads against our positions that go against us. And as long as we do that over time, enough times, and manage the risk, then you end up being profitable on the position. Ideally, though, we would like to see Chesapeake go. I think on Mad Money, Jim Cramer talked about Chesapeake being his favorite way to play natural gas, but clearly it's a difficult trade and has been a difficult trade. Okay, so we'll bring Cree. That's been another difficult position for us. That's okay. We're committed to managing it to profitability. In fact, everything that you see on the screen, short of the January 52.5 calls, is actually in the green. So we're short 55.45 October puts. Obviously, that's a position that we have in Cree that so far is going against us. We're about $4.50 out of the money on that. We'll continue to roll these out. Our December 52.5 45, those we have a good chance of being expiring worthless in December, but there's there's months and months to go until that has to work, and then of course we're long the 52.5 calls. So clearly this is a bullish bet on Cree. The great thing about this is most of our leverage, right, is to the put side. and we're short. The great thing about being short is as long as it's not exercised against you, you always have the opportunity to roll out or to roll down and out depending on how long you're willing to be in the trade. So this is a position that's easily managed to the profitable side, especially if Cree finishes over 52.5 by January expiration. Okay, so that's how we're managing our Cree position. Let's take a look at Cisco. This has been a huge loser for us, right? You see that as we talked about in yesterday's lunch of the market, the only thing that we're really long at this point is November 22 calls. So the reason that we chose November instead of October is we want earnings to be part of what we're doing. We're going to be waiting for the earnings, okay? Basically any pop, and hopefully it'll be a couple bucks. We'll see the stock rip. If the stock rips a couple bucks, we're out, we're done. We'll probably never own Cisco again. Look for a blog article on stocks like Google, Cisco, and Intel, and we will bring that to you shortly. Okay, we'll take a look at our Goldman Sachs position. This has been extremely profitable for us. Funny considering we started out with being long the October 160 call and selling the 145 put against it and then selling the 170 call against it. Okay, we started out taking in credit on the trade, so we started out instantly in the green. All we needed was for Goldman Sachs to finish October above 160. Goldman Sachs then proceeded to trade down to about 130, and it's been all over the map since then. So we are now, everything that we have left is an iron condor at the 140, 145, 150, 160, right? That original 160 long call that we were long is now turned into an iron condor. We're going to end up being profitable on that as long as the stock stays between 145 and 155 by October expiration, which is only 20 some days away. And then of course we have the April 120, 130 puts spreads that we're selling short in order to take in enough credit, right, to remain profitable on the trade. And we're also short October 130 puts, which pretty soon we'll be able to buy back. We're already up 97%. We've taken in $1,890 on that trade. That's been an unbelievable trade for us. It's obviously saved our butt. And then, of course, throughout the months, we've traded around that core position, which you've received with various updates from Lunch of the Market. And then the last thing that we have, well, let's take a look at Honeywell too. Honeywell, it's a covered call. Okay, we're short the 42 calls in October. The stock trades at 44. We're actually going to wait for an update and then probably roll those out, probably to November or December, and we'll look at selling the 43 strike just to capture an additional $1. Honeywell does pay us a dividend, so we're okay holding on to the stock longer term if it takes a while. Then the last position that we'll look at today is a short October 110 put in IBM. This is down to about 9.5 cents. Once we get to 4 cents, we usually like to take it off. Obviously, this is completely gone our way. This is not the only month that we've sold October 110s. We've actually sold 110, 100 put spreads a couple times, all of which have been profitable. IBM has been a great trade for us. It's gone our way every time we've put it on. So hope that helps to take a look at our book and take just a look inside some of the positions that we have and how we're managing, what's our thought process on it, and how we plan to be profitable if something goes against us. Thanks for tuning in today for Lunch in the Market. The trade today is no trade, just relax. I'm sure the market will give you something when the Fed announces in about 35 minutes. So once the market gives us something to trade, we'll trade it. Otherwise, we actually don't want to start selling calls against our positions until we see the first week of earnings season. Once we see that, then actually most stocks will probably reprice ahead of their own reported earnings, and so we'll be more comfortable selling calls. There's really no premium in selling August options at this point, except we'll probably take a look at some more put spreads, especially for things that are in the red. We're thinking Visa 65-60 put spreads and Cree 45-40 put spreads. So take a look at those trades. Hope this helps get a good look inside the book over here at MOF. Thanks for tuning in and have a great day.